Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Tonight we are going to do mini readings, and they are $25 each, so you can actually book your reading for tonight, and I'm going to do it live here by going into the description below and clicking the PayPal link, and then sending the $25. And once I get the notification, then I'm going to put your name on the list and we'll do your reading. And I have the tarot and oracle cards. I'm actually really looking forward to doing some tarot readings, but we can also look at, instead we can do astrology. I can also look at your human design if you'd like to do that. We can also check out your gene keys as well, and within the realm of astrology there's a lot of different options, so it just kind of depends on the question that you have. So based on whatever question you have, I'll kind of determine what modality we should use. So before we dive into the readings, we already have one person on the list, so if you want a reading tonight, make sure you get on the list ASAP, because once we get this one reading done, if there's no one else on the list, then the broadcast basically ends. But I just want to write down, and I'm going to go check real quick. What is the update on the list? Hello, Alejandra. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Is this your birthday weekend? Oh my God, how fun. Happy birthday. Was your birthday yesterday, 11/11? That is so freaking cool. Oh my God. So yeah, it's been a crazy energy weekend. We do have a new moon coming tomorrow too in Scorpio, which I'm actually excited about. It's going to be on one of the gates that is in one of my only, it's in my only defined channel in my human design chart. So I've been feeling already the frequency and the energy of it kind of channeling through, but it's exciting for sure to see what else unfolds. So we have Jeanette. Hopefully Jeanette is here on the list, and that's the first person on the list. And again, if you want to sign up for a reading, make sure to do that right now so we can do your reading. So, okay, awesome. I love that, Alejandra. So basically, let me just share some awesome and fun things that are happening here in our community, in our channel. The very first one is I do want to thank you guys all for watching this video. If you like the content, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It's also going to enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report. And this is the email list that I send out all the major communication of the channel, especially regarding all of the programs, all of the sales that I'm having, and so on and so forth. So the first announcement is I'm having a holiday sale. It's 40% off everything on my Etsy store except for the new holiday gift set that is now available for purchase. My Etsy store is called Eagle Star Jewels, and the holiday gift set includes these really cute little moonstone earrings, a druzy full moon pendant with a very petite looking chain, and it's so sweet. I wore it yesterday to my event and I just felt like, oh my God, I loved wearing it. So that's available, and it also comes with a lilac essential oil roller that is so potent in its smell that you only need a little tiny bit and it's going to last you a long time. It's these cute little mini bottles. I don't know why I didn't grab them to show you guys here. But anyways, you can just go to my Etsy store. The link is below and check that out. I'm also doing a few holiday specials in terms of astrology readings. We're having a holiday reading special with Raven, which is a 30-minute recorded reading where we answer whatever question you have, looking at, we can look at astrology, human design, gene keys, tarot, oracle, kind of like here, but we can use all of the modalities that help us to answer the questions that you actually have. So that's really fun. I'm also having sales on 2 of my readings. Your Human Design Map, which is an amazing PDF file. Oh God, they're like super long, like so many pages for each one. And it tells you your type, your strategy, your authority, everything that you need to know about your human design, all the hanging gates, all the channels, all the defined centers, undefined centers, what it all means, your angle, your cross of incarnation, and your authority. I think I mentioned that. But anyways, it's like a complete guide, a complete map to your human design. It's really amazing. Right now, that's on sale for $88 and it's usually $108. So it's a steal. And my other reading that is on sale is my 30-minute live reading with me, which is on Zoom for 30 minutes. You ask me whatever questions you want to ask me, and we look at either your chart, your gene keys, whatever we need to answer that question. But you get me live for 30 minutes. That is usually 108, and right now it is 88, only 88. So that's all the holiday stuff that is happening right now. I just announced a new business school for light workers, which begins on January 11th. Ariel and I are going to be guiding a 6-week course for anyone who is interested in launching their spiritual business. I will be bringing in information about how to run your business and market your business through the lens of human design, your astrology, your gene keys, the pearl sequence more specifically, and also marketing yourself via Instagram, social media, Facebook, and YouTube as well. And then also look at website creation and email marketing and all that stuff. And Ariel is bringing in all of the business information, such as business licenses and registrations and how to do that and what state, you're in and how that functions into that sequence. She's going to be talking about keeping track of business expenses and all that stuff. And she's also going to teach us about doing our taxes and how to keep track of everything so that our taxes are done correctly via the state and then the federal taxes as well. So it's a really complete, comprehensive school that we're so excited to launch together in January. So come check it out. We are going to do some YouTube live videos about it, which I'm really excited as well to show you, like sneak bits into what we're going to actually be teaching in the course. And yeah, super excited about that. There's a lot more stuff, going on. I'm so excited to get ready to start promoting the Moon Goddess training, which starts in February of 2024. And I'm going to be having a really awesome event, which is going to be called the Moon Goddess Training Akashic Healing Retreat. And it's going to be a virtual event that will last a total of 11 days. 9 of those days, we will be diving into each of the temples through the journey of the Egyptian temples and the ancient Atlantean initiatic path, which is what the Moon Goddess training is based off of. And I'll share with you every day that we do an Akashic journey into each of the temples. What do we learn in that temple and why that temple and that experience is so important? I can't wait for that. I'm really feeling into December for doing this free event. So as soon as I get all of the promotional stuff ready, I will start sharing that out. So very excited. A lot of cool things. And also, happy holidays. We are in the season. Peter, welcome in. And hello, Raven. Welcome in. Oh my God, we'll get the 88 one for my payday Friday. I love that, Alejandra. Yes. Though either one of those are amazing. How was the event? The event was amazing. I had such a good time. It was so beautiful, so powerful. It literally melted me into what I felt was this connection, being able to connect with others from a deep heart level. And I really, really needed that. Like, I have found that a lot in the ceremonies that I used to go to, but yesterday I felt it happened there and it was so beautifully orchestrated. I had a really good time. So thank you for asking. It was awesome. And okay, I don't see Jeanette. I'm sure she'll come in any second. So why don't we start with you, Alejandra, since this is your birthday reading. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and put up your question. And if anybody wants to get on the list for tonight, you can do so by sending $25 to my PayPal. The link is below in the description. And we do the reading right here live on YouTube. So very exciting. Can we do the retreat in person? So this virtual retreat is only going to be a virtual retreat. There's not an in-person option. I do have a Moon Goddess retreat, but unfortunately, only women are welcome to that. And based off of your name, I'm going to just make an assumption that you're a guy. Sorry, I'm just messing around. But, my husband and I had talked about doing a retreat, like a co-ed retreat where men and women were welcome. And if we do that this year, it'll definitely happen either in Sedona or on our land, which we're trying to get our land set up so that we can start having our events on our land. And it's a really beautiful place out here. It's really quiet and peaceful. So hopefully we'll get that, co-ed retreat starting soon. But as of now, basically, you can totally join us for the, I mean, men are welcome, you know what I mean? But I don't know that you'll love talking about all the goddess stuff. Maybe you will. Who knows? But definitely join us for the virtual one. I think it'll be a nice little introduction into what I teach in my programs. Okay, here we go. All right, tarot. Sounds awesome. I can't wait. Yes. And the question is, can I ask what I should focus on / know for this new moon in Scorpio as it affects me deeply? Okay. And then also, yes, I'll pull some cards, but I also want to know, why does it affect you deeply? Is it an astrological thing? Well, obviously, you are Scorpio sun. What's your rising? And what else do you have in Scorpio? Those are just my astrology mind wanting some more information. Okay. Oh my God, that would be amazing, Raven. That would be amazing. All right, what is the overall theme? Wisdom from the ancestors. And animal spirit. Eighth house stellium. Oh, okay. Wow. That's wild. Aries rising. Okay. Wow. So you're Mars ruled. That's actually pretty cool. So you're Mars ruled and you have your sun in a sign that is also co-ruled by Mars. So a lot of Mars energy. I bet you have a strong personality. You're like, that's an understatement. First moon outside of the eclipses that took me. So you feel a lot going on for you right now? I'm assuming that, yeah, you're experiencing a lot of shifting, a lot of changing. Let's see. So we pull intuition card, challenge, overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors and animal spirits. Hello, Jeanette. She has a big surprise. Oh my gosh, she found her sister. Wants to introduce her to astrology. Okay. Hi, Faith. Welcome in. So excited. So we're doing Alejandra's reading and then we'll do Faith's reading, okay? All right, so here we go. The first card, you got 3 cards reversed and then one of them upright and then you got an animal. So let me show you the first one. The first one is the Hierophant and you did get 2 major arcana, which means that there is a strong message coming through. The card came out reversed. And so when this card is upright, what it symbolizes, the Hierophant is like a teacher. He is the Hermetic teacher, a little bit like Thoth, or he's the high priest that brings the teachings, and we humbly sit down and listen because the wisdom that comes through this teacher is like, it makes you kneel, that kind of thing, right? It makes you like kneel. So, but this card came out reversed. So basically, when it's upright, it's this message of it's here, you know, the teachings are here. And all you really need to do is just allow them to like soak into your being. But I think that there may be a little bit of resistance to soaking in the teaching. And why, the reason I say why is the next card is the Tower card reversed. So the resistance is the Tower falling. I mean, you are 100% either the Tower moment is like it's wanting to happen. I feel like it might not have happened fully yet because I still feel like there's a resistance to the Tower falling. When it comes reversed, it's this resistance. And if you are resistant, it's going to sort of hit a little bit harder. So there's a teaching in this. There's a really powerful teaching in the experience that you're going through right now that is all about letting go, shedding your skin, and starting anew with a whole new, identity. If you have, like you mentioned, your sun in your 8th house, naturally you have this energy of transformation and change that is not too far outside your comfort zone. For some reason, there's a resistance to this specific change that's wanting to come about in your life. And so the advice is to, surrender. It is a challenge for you for some reason. It's very difficult for you to let go and release right now. And I don't know why. I can't, pinpoint why that is, but just that it's present. But it's a big, big, big lesson that is showing up. So what's the overall theme? This is an interesting card. You got the 9 of Swords, but it did come out reversed. So the 9 of Swords upright is anguish. It's anxiety. It's waking up with like nightmares, right? It's worry. It's too much thinking, But when it's reversed, that sort of says that maybe the anxiety is getting ready to be released, or maybe the anxiety is not real. Like upright, it can feel very real and it's very present, but maybe if it's reversed, what I'm getting is that there's something of an illusion to the anxiety that you're feeling, meaning it's an illusion that this thing that needs to happen, this surrendering that needs to happen in your life, is a hard thing to do. It's actually not a hard thing. It's actually probably one of the easiest things to do. And you may be looking at it from one lens, one perspective, but in reality, it's actually an illusion. You're not actually resisting it like you think you are. Your mind just might be thinking you are. So it's a tricky energy. I feel the trickiness of this energy. I feel that you may be tricking yourself with your own mind, that the anxieties that you feel might not be as real as you think. So why would that be? Would be a question to ask yourself. Where is it really coming from? Yes, that illusion, I cannot pinpoint what it is. Interesting. Okay, so here's the wisdom from the ancestors or your spirit guides. You get the Six of Pentacles. So what this card talks about is you could be any of these figures. In this card, basically, it's like there's two beggars, and there's, the merchant that is here to, give because he has extra. So it's a card of giving, but it's also a card of receiving. It's also, so maybe I feel like that's the key right there. I think that there's something that the universe is wanting to give you something, but you're resisting the receiving of it. And that might be where the frustration is coming from. Because I sense you as having this opportunity to receive all these amazing, like, abundant things from, you could call this figure like the universe. And part of you is like, either I don't deserve it or doesn't believe it. Something is holding you back. And that holding you back is you may not feel like you actually deserve it, but you totally do. And you may actually, the illusion might actually be that you're not going to get anything out of it, right? You're not going to receive anything out of it, but that's not true. You're going to receive so much, because that's what towers do. They take things away so that we can make space to receive something new that is more evolved, that is better, that changes us. And if you resist the tower moments, you will resist the receiving of that wisdom. The universe is here to give you. So what is it that you feel you're not, it doesn't belong to you? It's a very personal thing. I feel a very internal frequency for you. This is going on in your mind. This is no one around you may know it's happening, but in your head, and that's because of the Nine of Swords, in your head, you're like losing it or on the verge of losing it. And I know what that's like because I'm a mental projector. I just spent like an hour talking to my husband. He just sat there like listening and helping me like figure it out and put things together about something I'm concerned about currently. And it's all you have to do is just talk it out, put it out there, and let it get resolved, I'm not saying you should use, the authority of a mental projector, which in reality, they don't have any authority, but I'm saying that you should realize that this whole thing is happening internally for you. You did get the tarantula, which I think is perfect, because the tarantula is about being at a crossroad and claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. And that's insane. Are you a generator or a manifesting generator? I think you are, because you literally said frustration, and frustration is the key sign that as a generator or manifesting generator, you are not living in your design / dharma, because when you are living in your design and dharma, what you feel is satisfaction. So right now, the frustration is fleeting the satisfaction that you are born to live. So the tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. Wow, that is a really, really powerful message. I felt like it was definitely to the point. I want to pull a crystal card for you. Just what else does Alejandra need to know in this moment that will help her? What crystal will help her? Okay, a 1-3. Manjen. Your crystal is emerald, planet Mercury, energy of cognizance. Okay, so it's self-knowing. You need to trust your inner knowing. You need to trust yourself. The emerald is such a beautiful, powerful frequency. It's actually one of the highest vibrating energies in crystals. That's why it's so expensive. It's one of the most expensive ones. One of the expensive crystals. And it's also that green color of the heart chakra. So this is connecting to your heart center. You need to know what you want. You need to know what you love. You need to just love. You need to let it come from your heart. And then the planet Mercury is about communication, and again, the mind and the thoughts and the thought processes and how you process everything in your mind. So you need to communicate and speak your truth from your heart is what the emerald says. But first you need to truly know that truth within you. If you don't know what the truth is, then you won't be able to speak it at all. And what shadow is Alejandra dealing with in this moment? We're going to do a Gene Keys card for you too. All right. The 48th Gene Key, shadow of inadequacy. Dude, what was I just saying? This is insane. If we don't know how to handle emotional states with equanimity, integrity, and clarity, we never fully enter adulthood, but remain at some level children. The shadow is inadequacy. You need to transmute that shadow into resourcefulness and then to the city of wisdom. My gift to you. Do not hide from the well of darkness within you, for there is light and boundless riches at the bottom of that well. You can find elegant solutions to all of life's challenges and just the right support when you need it most. But first, you must reassure your body that it is safe, even when you don't have all the answers. Let the parent in you love and hold the child within, even in the presence of fear. Over time, you will spontaneously dive into the void and discover more warmth there than you ever expected. Trust your inner knowing, and the people around you will start dipping into your well and drawing out more resourcefulness and wisdom than you realize you had. You are far more adequate than you can possibly imagine. Whoa, that was beautiful. Oh my God. On freaking point. And happy birthday. That was a good one. Thank you, Alejandra. Okay, so next we have Faith. So what question would you like to ask? Or should I just do a astrology birth chart reading for her? Do we know the time of birth for you? You know what time you were born? Jeanette said she wanted to introduce you. Oh, the information is already there. Great. Yes. Okay. So I got it. Yeah, I just now saw it. I'm so happy Jeanette found me. Oh, I love that, Faith. Welcome to our beautiful community. Yay, another goddess comes in. Okay, so can you run her chart with asteroids? I ran it earlier and she has a lot of moon goddess markings. Oh my God, I love that. Yes, we can totally do that. And I just need a moment to pull it up on my screen and do the screen share. So just give me 1 second. And I'll just, as I'm doing this, I want to remind anyone that's here watching that if you want to get a reading, get on the list. It's $25 sent to my PayPal. And once I get the notification, I'm going to add your name to the list. And I don't have another person after this. So you will be next in line if you sign up now. And these are fun. They are super fun. I'm feeling on it tonight. So that's exciting. Thank God. Okay, here we go. Sharing on the screen. You're going to see it in 1 second. All right, so I'm going to put in information. 5:28:59 4:32 p.m. Houston. Okay. Let me look at it for 1 second and see if there's anything that I want to add to it. The asteroids are pretty much all here, so we're just going to go with this. All right, so I'm just going to talk about what I see. And maybe we can make this interactive. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay. Okay. So we'll make this interactive. So I'm going to go one by one, talking about all the different things, like the general stuff. And then we can go into the asteroid stuff. The first thing that I notice about your chart is that it's really beautifully spaced out. All the planets are spaced out in this really cool formation that makes it so that you have a lot of aspects in between. You have a grand trine. I think you actually have a couple of grand trines, and there's a lot of trines in your chart. There's also a lot of squares, but there's like an even energy throughout. And I just think that that's really cool, just at a glance. So you've got Sun in Gemini. You're a Scorpio rising. Let me go like this. Scorpio rising, Sun in Gemini, Moon in Pisces, Venus in Cancer, Mars in Cancer. You got quite a Scorpio stellium. And you have a Libra stellium. Okay, North Node Libra, South Node Aries. Interesting. You're going through your nodal reverse right now. I'll talk about that, what that is in a second. But let's do one thing at a time. So, Sun in Gemini. I mean, I'm a Sun in Gemini, and these energies could be really fun, playful, communicative, talkative. They like to communicate. They're kind of like jokesters and tricksters of the zodiac wheel, and they can be really fun friends. And they're like your crazy friends. But you also have the Sun in the 8th house, which means that life for you in general has this theme. And this is what Alejandra has as well. But her Sun is in Scorpio. I was just talking about her chart a little bit. But this is a life that is filled with this theme of death, change, and transformation. Everything in your life has taken you through these processes of moving through experiences that were really intense and that were symbolically dying so that you could be reborn anew. You could become a new person. You could become a maybe learn a whole new lesson. Oh, thanks for putting that, Alejandra. Yes, I'm having some specials too. So Sun in Gemini is a fun and playful energy. Your moon in Pisces is a very intuitive energy. This is a moon that is very, very sensitive. So you can be really fun and playful, but when it comes to emotions, like you can be really, really sensitive. You can also be very gullible in a way, because that Pisces energy, you can tell it anything and it'll believe it, you know? So you have to be just careful with your energy, careful with who you allow into your space, into your life, because you have this sensitivity, and it could be the kind of sensitivity where you are literally psychic, you know, or you can read other people's energies really easily. And that, unless you know how to navigate that, you may have a really difficult time being around other people, especially if they have just a lot of toxic or heavy or dense energy. But either way, this is a very loving and compassionate energy too. So you have a very compassionate heart. So rising is basically how people see you. They see you as a deep person though, because you're ruled by Mars. Although you have Mars in Cancer, it's still in a water sign. You're a very deep person in terms of how people see you. They're like, oh, she's intense. Scorpio can be very intense, but deep down inside, you do have that gentleness. And you have in your first house Neptune, which is your psychic abilities, your intuition in the sign of Scorpio. Most likely you have the ability to communicate with those that have crossed on. We call it mediumship. You may be a natural at that. You may have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, but let's just say that you have a lot of psychic energy in your chart. You probably already know this though, naturally, without even knowing that your chart showed this, right? You have also Ceres, which is the nurturing mother, asteroid in the sign of Scorpio in your first house. Also, you embody all these energies in the way that you look as well. So your way of nurturing is very, it's intense. It's like a very, not overpowering, but it holds a lot of power. And then you have Jupiter in Scorpio, which magnifies this aspect that I'm talking about of like death, change, and transformation. And there's a lot of depth. Like you love intensity and you love going deep into the occult, things that are hidden. Occult just means hidden. It also can mean mysteries. So you have a connection to ancient mysteries, hidden mysteries. Let's look at Venus. You have Venus conjunct Mars. They're not exactly conjunct, but they are both in Cancer. And that is also a very nurturing energy. Venus is what you desire, and Mars is how you go get what you desire. Now, on a high frequency, this is you desiring connection. This is you desiring nurturing, giving it and receiving it. This is you desiring deep intimacy, and family is really important to you. And then how you go get that is you nurture and you like call in by magnetizing people through how you nurture and love them. At a shadow frequency though, this can be a very codependent energy, meaning you're too attached to people. You can get too attached to people, and you can tend to like kind of manipulate through the realm of the emotions to try to keep them to stay. So it can be a tricky line to walk, but in a high frequency, this is a very loving, this is the goddess. Cancer is the moon goddess. And so having Venus in Cancer is a really strong energy. It's just emotions are a very big part of you all together. And this is where basically you have, you know, water here, and water here. And these aren't exactly trining, but having these energies all in water mean that psychic, intuitive, flowing, emotional energy is very strong within you, just in general. So let's look at your North Node and South Node. So you have North Node in Libra, which is conjunct Juno and Pallas Athena. And yes, those are energies that are ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, and definitely the celestial goddess and the earth goddess, which means, yes, a lot of like goddess vibes in your chart. So North Node, Libra, South Node, Aries. What you are here to learn is to let go of trying to do everything yourself and be so independent, and actually surrender to collaborating with other people and working together with other people. For what purpose? To let go of having to make sense of everything, like in this possibly like physical, scientific, rational way, and opening up to more spiritual experiences. You know, South Node in the 6th house is like having South Node in Virgo, being too critical, too analytical, it has to be perfect. It has to be real. I have to feel it. I have to see it. It's got to be right here. If it's not, it's not real. Too much being here and critical and judgmental. You're here to let go of that, and you're here to step into more of that Pisces frequency, 12th house, spirituality. You came here to have a spiritual experience. That's the nature of your destiny. And it is about working together with other people as you experience this spiritual life. And it's where wisdom lies. It's where soulmates live. When you're following your destiny, you will meet people that feel like soulmates to you, and you will find so much wisdom within your relationships in general. And Chiron in Aquarius, you can feel like the outcast in your family. 4th house, you probably feel like the outcast, like the odd one out. Something about you is just different and unique, but that's actually your superpower. So the minute that you accept that you are different and that you are unique and that you are really here to help usher us into the Aquarian age, whether you know what that is or not, there's something to research, but you're to usher us into the new age. When you allow yourself to be your unique kind of funky, weird self, that's your superpower, and that's how you will truly heal. Yeah, exactly. Find people like Mystic Sisters. Yes, I love that. The goddess tribe. So you also have Mercury in Gemini. It's actually exactly, I'll do a little starseed. I'll sprinkle a little starseed dust here. It's exactly on Alcyone, which is the main star at the heart of the Pleiades constellation. So you are a Pleiadian starseed, and Mercury is about communication. So part of what you came here to speak is definitely truth and love and compassion for humanity, and also to teach. And maybe you're like, I'm not a teacher. I don't know what you're talking about. There's a lot of wisdom. I do agree with you, Jeanette. I think it's so cool that you guys were looking at this earlier. There's a lot of wisdom in this chart, a lot of goddess frequency in this chart, and you got to share it because you're on a spiritual path to share that knowledge, that wisdom with the people that you know, that you love and that you feel really, really close to. So speak your truth, trust your intuition, listen to your heart, and allow yourself to feel the power of that, of being in your truth. So the trine that I saw that was standing out was Saturn, Pluto, and Black Moon Lilith. So grand trines just bring a lot of ease and flow. Pluto in Virgo is, believe it or not, Pluto in the 10th house can mean that you are an influential person in your unique way in your life. That's part of your mission. Black Moon Lilith in Taurus is you're here to be like a rebel, but here on earth, like the rebel on earth. And Saturn in Capricorn is you are very ambitious, you are determined, and it's important to you to reach goals in life. Saturn in Capricorn is a strong placement because it is in dignity. It's in his home sign. So you are very much Capricorn in the sense of like, I like to set goals and I like to reach them. And so you have this grand trine in Earth, which is what helps to ground you into your power, into your like rebel spirit, and into your goals and the way you want to achieve. So there you go. Achieve your goals. So thank you. I hope that you enjoy that. That was probably a lot, especially if you're just new and getting introduced to astrology. Welcome. We're the crazy bunch over here. But I'm sure it's going to be a fun journey for you. All right. We have a third person on the list. It is Bernadine. Okay, so do you have a question that you want to ask Bernadine? In the meantime, I'm going to pull up your chart. Two, 67, 9:50 p.m. Okay, I think I got it right. You're welcome. Yes. Okay, you're welcome, Faith. Thank you. Okay, so I think I got all the information. So February 2nd, 1967, 9:50 p.m. Okay. So I can do the natal chart. If that's what you'd like. Or I can look at something else. That's why I wanted clarification. If you could put in the chat, Bernadine. Otherwise, I'm just going to do the natal chart. Because I can also look at transits too. Okay. So do you have a question or do you want me to just look at your natal chart? I'll kind of wait to see what you say. I just want to tell you, Jeanette, I don't see the payment. The payment didn't come through yet, but I'll keep checking it. The one that you just said you sent. Do I keep standing still? Rest. Oh, I think you might be delayed. All right. I'm just going to look at your natal chart. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Sun in Aquarius. Moon in Scorpio, and this actually kind of crazy Scorpio stellium. Libra rising. Look at this. Look at all these Pisces. Venus, Black Moon Lilith, White Moon Selena, Chiron, and Saturn. Wow. All pretty much in the 6th house. Not all of them in the 6th house, but right there. You got North Node Taurus in the 8th. What else jumps out at me? Oh, Pluto and Uranus in the 12th house. That's an interesting frequency. Okay, so starting one thing at a time. So Sun in Aquarius is a very unique frequency, and it is basically you are like one of those people that are just different from everyone else, and owning your weirdness is part of why you came here. You came here to own your weirdness, and it's also part of your creativity. So owning that part of you is one of the most powerful things that you can do. You also communicate in that way as well, because you have your Mercury in Aquarius as well. So the way that you speak and the way that you express yourself can be very, very unique and very different than, say, what we would call like normal way of communicating. But that can always be fun. Moon in Scorpio is a very intense energy. The last eclipse that we just had hit your Scorpio stellium over here, and it probably brought in a lot of things to let go and release. It actually was conjunct it was close to, not exactly on it, but it was in the realm, because it was a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, and that's where your North Node is. And so this moon was hitting your nodes, just, overall. So it activated your destiny, your life path, and that it highlighted, am I on the right path? Am I doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing? But South Node, Scorpio, Vesta, Scorpio, Neptune, Scorpio, Moon, Scorpio, all in the 2nd house, is a very, very intense South Node frequency. When I see the moon with a South Node, I get a lot of the mother wound, issues with the mother, healing that is here to be healed, to be moved through, to be released. It's like a soul contract, very strong soul contract with your mother or a mother figure in your life that was like karmic, very, very karmic. And so there's a lot of resolution that needs to happen in that area of your life, or that you probably have been doing already for a long while. You are very psychic too. You have the ability to like see the unseen and hear the unheard, and possibly communicate with loved ones that have passed on, mediumship. Sometimes I tell people that and they're like, what are you talking about? But it's a skill that you do have to develop it, because none of us have really practiced it, but you may have a more natural ability to like tune into that frequency by having these planets there. You're here to let go of the drama. Like, this is part of your life purpose. You have to let go of needing everything to be dramatic, and you have to learn to find more stability in your life. You're here to let go of the intensity of life and settle down a little bit, stabilize yourself, find some grounding that brings you more into the present moment, that transforms you as well. The more that you find ways to ground and stabilize yourself, the more that you will feel aligned with your mission. You're a Libra rising, which means you're ruled by Venus, and we'll go there next. But that just means that the way that people see you is a bit like a Libra. Like, Libras can be very fun and social. They can be very caring. They can be, they care a lot about relationships. And so we have to look at where Venus is in your chart to see where this energy is being channeled. And this is where we tap into this intense stellium in Pisces that you have in your chart. Venus in Pisces feels good. You're a very compassionate person. What you desire is deep spiritual connection with others. And like whatever is your idea of a fairy tale, that's what you want in a relationship. You have very clear ideas about what that is. You're a rebel in the sense of like being uniquely spiritual in your own way. And your healing journey is healing your spirituality, like healing your connection to God, healing your connection to the divine. And when I say God, I don't mean like in a religious way. I mean your connection to God, goddess, the divine, whatever you want to call it, the universe, the cosmos. You came here to heal that. And it's a wisdom that you embody with Saturn in Pisces. And it is, you're going through your second Saturn return, which means that you're stepping into that wisdom now. This is what happens at the second Saturn return. It's like you embody the Saturn more fully. Saturn in Pisces is the wise sage, the wise master, the wise hermit that shows and lights the way for the others on the path of spirituality. But it's also in a sign where it can feel very uncomfortable and lost, and things are not clear. So in your first Saturn return, you probably experienced some kind of a spiritual thing that confused you, and that was because Chiron is right here too, and it's your healing journey. It kind of brought you mixed feelings, mixed emotions, mixed ideas, and lack of clarity. But now the second time around, you're stepping into more of that clarity for yourself. Like, who am I? Why am I here? I'm a spiritual being. I'm having a human experience, and I'm here to share that wisdom with others just by being present, just by being here in the moment. That's your biggest lesson, is how to be more present in life. And let's see what else jumps out at me. You do have Jupiter in Cancer, which is a very nurturing energy. It's in your 10th house, and having Cancer at the cusp of your 10th house also means that part of your mission and your purpose is to nurture the world in your own unique way. But this is a big theme because Jupiter is the biggest planet. He expands everything he touches. And part of that expansion for you is that theme of nurturing, but also the goddess, the moon goddess, the ocean, the waves, Venus. Like another chart here that is very much has a lot of Venus activations within it. So it's beautiful. I actually really like it. And the last thing I'll mention is Pluto and Uranus conjunct in the 12th house. There's hidden things about you. There's like hidden powers that even you may not even know about yourself. and they're unique powers. And so hidden, unique, and surprising things are still unfolding for you in your life as you step more onto your spiritual path and as you find more stability in your life through the chaos. Stability through the chaos. And that's what I got for you. So thank you, Bernadine. I'm excited that you got this reading, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Hello, Codes of Harmony. Welcome in. Okay, so I'm going to check the list again. Okay, now I see Jeanette's your donation. So let me write your name down here. If you want to get on the list, we're going to do Jeanette, and we're going to do a synastry reading, and then the list is open, and you'll be right after this reading that we're doing. Okay. Let me see if I should have your chart, but I may not. Some of these Ladies, I've done their chart like a million times, you know. I don't think I have it. So we're going to need your chart again, Jeanette. Sorry. I should know it, right? Oh, let me do this while I wait. Okay. So we're waiting for just some astrological information here from Jeanette. I might be able to pull it up from a different source too. Maybe quicker. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Jeanette. Okay, I think I got it right, but I'm going to double check. All right, here we go. This should be fun. So if you've never seen a synastry reading before, let's have some fun. So let's look at the sun signs first. So sun in Gemini and sun in Cancer. They're two very different energies, but you know what? I have experience with this because my husband is a Cancer and I'm a Gemini. So I feel like, these two energies can get along really well. I think it also depends on some of the other placements, whether there's like a true powerful connection. But so far, my personal experience of these two energies is that they can definitely get along. One is air and one is water. One is mind and one is emotions. So that can be where they butt heads. But if there's other energies that like harmonize, then it'll ease some of the differences there. Because we just look at differences and similarities when we do synastry. Moon. Got moon in Cancer over here. And moon in Pisces. Okay. So that's actually really cool because that means that the moons are actually making a beautiful trine. So emotionally, you guys are like on the same wavelength of emotional frequency. One is more compassionate, the other one is more nurturing, but they're both water can like channel information very easily. So Pisces is very psychic in a spiritual sense, and then Cancer is psychic in a emotional sense. So I actually love that. That's beautiful. Let's do Venus. So Venus, Cancer, and Venus, Cancer. Okay. When there's a conjunction, you guys desire the same thing. Like love, connection, nurturing, and family is what you guys desire the most. How do you get what you desire? Well, we already talked about how faith does it through that same desire for connection and emotional frequency. And then the way that Jeanette does it is through the Leo frequency. So this is where there's going to be differences. So the Leo energy is fire. Mars feels much more better in fire. So Jeanette's Mars is going to be stronger than Faith's Mars, because Faith's Mars is actually in, I believe, fall position. Doesn't feel the best because it allows its feelings to get in the way of its decision making and its actions. But Mars in Leo knows what it wants, shines that very, very strongly and clearly, and other people can feel that and then goes for that. So that energy is stronger. It's not like a misunderstanding, but they're just kind of strong differences. So Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, rising. So Jeanette is a Cancer rising and you are a Scorpio rising, and that's a beautiful connection. Again, it's a trine. So the water energies in your chart make beautiful trines, which together will activate that psychic energy or enhance each other's psychic energies. Let's look at, so Sun, Moon, Venus rising. Let's look at Mercury, because Mercury, oh, well, you guys both have Chiron in Aquarius. So same journey. Like you kind of feel like the odd one out of the family. You know, you're different in some way. I can't wait to look at Faith's human design. Have you looked at it already? I'm already going like 10 speeds ahead. But you guys feel a kindred spirit to the healing journey that you're on by both having this Chiron in Aquarius. Different degrees, but definitely the same healing journey. And then you guys have a lot of stuff that is vibing with each other in this Scorpio energy. So Jeanette has Vertex in Scorpio, Saturn, and Juno. And then you guys, your Juno, Jeanette, and her ascendant is exactly conjunct your Neptune, Faith, and then Jeanette's Juno are pretty much conjunct. Then you've got Ceres, the nurturing mother, and then Jupiter. Okay, so this relationship is definitely like a soul. There's a soul contract here. It would be fun to explore it further. There you go. It would be fun to explore that further. But for now, you just need to know that I see a lot of things in the chart that say, okay, this is a kindred spirits here on a journey together. Whatever the story is whatever the story is. But you guys are definitely linked through karma and past lives. That's what I'll say about that. And Mercury. Let's look at Mercury. So we already talked about Mercury in Gemini for Faith. And then Jeanette has Mercury in Cancer. So it's the same thing. It's the same frequency as your sun's. So as long as you can, like, you will vibe better through like the emotional and psychic connection than through actually speaking. But because I'm sure you guys have so much to talk about and that you, Jeanette, also love that, like, sharing, because your emotions come through your voice and then the stories come through Faith's voice. But either way, these are two energies that will definitely connect emotionally and also mentally. I love it. That's very, very cool. You are on different, journeys in terms of your nodes, like, North Node, Libra, North Node, Sag. Those are very different, but they are sextiling energies. So it's a positive alignment. You can teach each other a lot from each other's journeys. And then South Node, Aries, and South Node, Gemini, again, another energy that sextiles, and but very, very different. I love how the connection between you guys is the emotional one and the psychic one. That is really cool. Awesome. I hope that you enjoyed that. That was actually pretty fun. How cool. Okay. I think that's everyone on the list for tonight. Yes. So we don't have anybody else. So I will complete our readings right here. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out and getting readings. I really appreciate it. And thank you those of you that hung out and supported in the space. And I will see you guys. Hopefully, come hang out tomorrow in our global community, because we are going to be doing our new moon in Scorpio ceremony, ritual, and virtual dance party together. So let's come together and just share in that beautiful space in the global community. The link is below to join the community. It's free. There's so many free events. Yeah, that was really epic, Alejandra. There's a lot of free events, so come check it out. And a lot more fun, awesome stuff coming as well. So thank you all. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Sat Nam.